Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brewing Live All New Season Episode 15 for mental preparedness in the new landscape of living amidst challenges of our present time. Brewing Live is a community service of DCAP Coffee Republic, our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. In partnership with Life Coach Philippines, our heart here as game changers is to brew mental fitness in your space as we spice daily conversation with love, hope, joy, and faith. So, what's really the important thing right now is that we have that mental fitness in these tough times. So, shout out to all my fellow game changers serving in this corner of the digital space and advancing life coaching ethically and authentically. You know why? Because there are a lot of others there who's calling themselves coaches, but ours is the true blue coaching. So giving is a lifestyle that never goes out of style. So we encourage you to expand your heart today by supporting the works that we do by blessing us with your food and beverage order. So if this talk blesses you or if you've been watching on replay and a talk blessed you, then we would greatly appreciate if you can send us your love. You could like send stars as well. It's now available. Just click the stars and stars. Or, of course, on the caption, we have our account numbers where you can send your love gift. And we are also inviting you to have your delicious vegan meals from DCAP. So, if you're transitioning to a healthy lifestyle or you want to eat like you're starting healthy eating and you want to try it out yung may cravings ka pa din ng meat pero alam mong hindi madali sa to transition into veggies, then what you can do is really order from Decaf or try out the vegan meals that we have. We have a lot of choices from corned beef to tocino, and of course it's wheat based. So wala kang issue, especially if you're a woman and um, kasi tayong babae is we have this illness that we call myoma. So kung soy based ang usually kinakain mo, that's not gonna be good for you because that would trigger the myoma. So what's important is you eat something that is not soy based. So the vegan meals that Decaf have is more of wheat based. So it's a good option for you. And also, if you're someone who still loves to eat meat, then there's still the comfort food that we have. You can order the sausage platter. It's also one of my favorites. When I'm craving for real meat, I order the sausage because it's fresh. It's not that processed compared to what you are buying in the supermarkets. Well, of course, we also have refreshing drinks. One of the favorite that I always order from Decaf is the guayabana juice. We now have the 2 liters, which saves you more. So just connect, of course, at with Decaf Coffee Republic. Check out the menu. We also have it posted on the Decaf Republic page, and order your Samtus meals and refreshing drinks, or connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917 5861661 to place your order. We are open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for dine-in, pick-up, and delivery. And of course, since it's a coaching hub, we always have something special for you that you can use. At this time, you can still avail the free iDream Inspired Journal and other freebies from the previous months if you wish to complete your collection of valuable personal development materials from Master Coach A. So all you have to do is, of course, place your order for our vegan healthy options and, of course, the other comfort foods that we have. For other ways to support our community works, you may also give now some stars, as I mentioned earlier, or love gifts through fund transfer. So just check the caption of their video for bank info or GCash account. If you joined us in now, welcome and thank you for being here. You may circulate the link of this video to invite your friends to watch with you. You may also tag them in the comment below and give them a shout out. Maybe they just need someone to lift them up. So shout out to or send an inspiring message, tag them in the comment section and invite them to join us. As for me, let me give my shout out to my fellow mental model collectors inside Be Learning Society by Master Coach A. So if you are not yet a smart holder of Be Learning e-card, do not delay. Connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society, the tent maker of Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. Enjoy 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic and get full access to Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A happening every third Saturday of the month, plus benefit from the 90 minutes free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. This month's Mental Model Masterclass is scheduled on July 17. That's this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. Master Coach A will teach the 80-20 Mental Model Mastery. So miss not the opportunity to learn the mental model behind the 80-20 rule and discover how you too can master and apply it in almost every area of your life to accelerate your success. So for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661. I'm really excited about this 80-20 rule. I was introduced to this way back in college. In one of my economics classes. But I really don't know how to use this. Ang alam ko lang is you get to do 80% work, 20% will be for other things. So you get that 100% work or maximum performance. But it's not really working that way. So how come that other people who are who started like us, yung mga wala din, nag-umpisa ding mahirap, but they are now successful people like Mark Zuckerberg, we have also Warren Buffett, we also have Jeff Bezos, and of course, um, Elon Musk. So, paano nila ginamit yung 80-20? So, if you're someone who is working on your success, this is a good way to start. Join us in the Be Learning Society or be a mental model collector like us. Nakakatuwa kaya talagang maintindihan yung brain mo kung paano siya nagre-respond, especially when there are opportunities that comes your way. Paano ba natin, how do we say yes to it? And what are the actions that we are taking to really maximize our time to get or accelerate the success? So if you're someone who is now on the state of you wanting to get the success, to accelerate the success, then join us this coming Saturday. All you have to do is message me or message any of the coaches on our comment section. You can also directly message us at 0917-586-1661. So huwag nyo nang palampasin. We only have like 5 months left to really make 2021 a great year despite the pandemic. So, di ba, parang maganda sa pakiramdam na despite the pandemic, we are doing great. We are still able to have the success that we want. Or hindi pa man natin na-achieve yun, but the small steps that we're taking is helping us to get to it. So, that's it. So, and moving on for today's episode, I will be sharing Facelift, Your Face Won't Lie. Ano nga bang meron when people lie? So please do tag your friends, forward this video link, and invite others to join our conversation on mental preparedness. And if you are watching this on a replay, comment #replay and do send us a message if you wish to connect with any points that resonates with you. You may also find the YouTube link where you can watch the replay of all the episodes of Brewing Live in the caption of this video. Please do follow and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when new learning videos becomes available. So, facelift, your face won't lie. Pag nagsisinungaling ba tayo, natatago ba talaga natin yung lie? Or is our face giving us away when we lie? Syempre, hindi ko po tinuturo na mag-lie ka, but what I'm saying is for you to understand what is really behind when people lie. So when we think of lying, we only think about what that lie will do to the other person kasi nagpo-formulate na tayo, di ba? Iniisip na natin na paano mo ba sasabihin para maniwala siya. that we forget what lying can do to us. So, ang naisip natin, one way lang. Hindi ko po sinasabing naglalay kayo. I'm just talking in general. So, ibig sabihin nun, when we think of lying, iniisip natin, paano ko sasabihin dun so yung ibang tao ang naiisip natin, but we forgot na what does lying do to us? So the more we lie, the more lying becomes easier. Kaya if you watch the episode of Master Coach Jasmine about pathological liar, dun mo makikita na there are really people who becomes liar. At paano ba siya nag-uumpisa? We also have the Pinocchio syndrome if you're familiar with that. Pero hindi po humahaba yung ilong mo compared to the fairy tale that we were told about. But there's really a kind of syndrome na tinawag ng mga researchers and doctors na Pinocchio syndrome. So, I have a trivia for you. So, kung alam niyo yung sagot, comment it on the chat box. What was the first lie in history? Ano sa tingin niyo yung pinakaunang lie na ginawa ng tao in the history of the human race? Use our chat box. Sana may makasagot, no? Pag may nakasagot, ililibre ko kayo ng kape sa DCAP. Punta kayong DCAP. Miss Lady Jen, hello, thank you so much. Of course, my better half, Coach Sean, and Master Coach Jasmine, and Coach Mao, hello. So habang nag-iisip kayo ng sagot, for those of you who's joining me this afternoon, if this is your first time, by the way, I am Coach Tindy Hoya. Nakalimutan ko talaga yun. Na-excite kasi ako sa topic ko eh. I am Coach Tindy Hoya. I am a certified co-active, co-create life coach and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am a mom of 2 teenagers, 19 and 15. So yun na yung age nila. And of course, I'm married to a life coach, Coach Sean Hoya. And previously, I was also an HR practitioner for one of the biggest BPO in the country before I decided to resign and go full-time in life coaching. I am also the creator and founder of a Women's Epiphany coaching community where I help women married or living in partnership to create or get that healthy lifestyle and healthy relationship balance so that they can create a safe mental and emotional space for their family. I always say, you're not just a mom, you're more than a wife, you are a woman. Yes, thank you, Lady Jen. Ang galing ni Miss Lady Jen. The first lie that was recorded in history was the lie made by Cain when he killed his brother Abel. He said, when God asked him, Cain, where is your brother? He said, who? Me? Am I my brother's keeper? He withheld the truth of telling, Miss Lady Jan, daan kang DCAP, ililibre ka na ng kape. Defense, so it was his defense, and he denied knowing anything about the murder of his brother. So that's the first ever recorded lie in history. So what does lying does to our brain? Si Adam pala yung sinabi ni Lady Jan. Yung first lie po taga is yung murder ni Abel. Because Cain withheld the truth from God that he killed his brother. So, okay lang, Lady Jan, ililibre pa din kita ng kape. Dalawin mo lang talaga kami sa DCAP. In a Washington Post article, a 2016 study in the journal Nature Neuroscience, you can also check this out via Google, it says dishonesty alters the brain, which makes it easier to tell lies in the future. So when people utters a falsehood, the scientists notice that there's a burst of activity in the amygdala. So pag yung amygdala yung part ng brain natin, no? So pag tayo daw ay naglalay, may burst of activity. So yung amygdala is a part of the brain that produces fear, anxiety, and emotional responses, which includes the guilt feeling you get when you lie. So what they did was they tried to do a research wherein their subjects play a game in which they won money by deceiving their partner. And they noticed the negative signals from the amygdala began to decrease. So pag may deception, kung first time mong mag-lie, pag tiningnan mo daw yung brain mo or yung amygdala mo, grabe yung activity doon. But pag sanay ka ng mag-lie, the activity decreases. So, not only does it makes people face no consequence for their honesty, their falsehood tends to get even more sensation. So what I mean about it is lying in effect desensitizes the brain from the fear of getting caught or hurting others, making lying for your own benefit easier to do. So pag constantly we lie, nawawala na hindi nag nawawala na yung burst of activity, parang na desensitize si brain when we lie. So in short, lying rewires our brain. So if you're tempted by just one or two little falsehoods, then beware. Because scientists suggest that even if you don't get caught, or especially if you don't, if you're really not caught and you're doing real damage to your character, you're doing something to your brain. So instead, find the courage to be honest, and you'll probably be rewarded with way more positive reactions than you expect. But for other people, it's really hard at times to tell the truth. So why do people lie? Sabi ni hello Coach Lynn, thank you for joining. And sabi ni Master Coach Hasmin, falsehood is dangerous, can desensitize us. Yes, yung findings po talaga ng neuroscience it says that when we often lie, the activity in the brain, in the amygdala lessens, especially dun sa part, the amygdala kasi is the part wherein nandun din yung mga feelings, especially yung guilt. So pag desensitize ka, lying becomes normal to you. So hello, Coach Glacy. So why do people lie? Scientists says that humans lie on average 1 to 2 times a day. So anong oras na? 12, 15. Nakapag-lie ka na ba yung araw? Pero syempre sana, no? Sabi nga ni Master Coach Hasmin, nung sa pathological liar, whether it's a white lie or not, it's still a lie. So there's still lying involved. Whether you call it white lie, lie pa din siya. So on average, 1 to 2 times a day, a human lies. So why do people lie? Bakit nga ba naglalay ang tao? We all lie, but not all lies are the same. Hindi daw ito lahat pare-pareha sa tao. People lie and tell the truth to achieve a goal. So it's either we tell a lie or we tell the truth because we are trying to achieve a goal. And in one of the findings of the research, it says that 22% usually lie because of personal transgression. That means we are trying to cover up a mistake or misdeed. That's why we lie. 16% lies due to economic advantage or they just want to gain financial benefit. So, may kapalit na pera ang lying. 15% lies due to personal advantage. So, dun sa personal advantage, it brings benefits beyond money. So, hindi lang pera yung involved when it's for a personal advantage. It's for a personal gain. And 14% lies because of avoidance. They just want to escape or evade other people. Yung mga ano dyan, nangungutang, di ba? Naalala ko yung maglalay ka, sabihin mo wala ako kasi may naniningil. So yun, avoidance. Avoidance. So 14% lie because of that. 8% lies because of self-impression. That means they shape a positive image of themselves. So, para lang sabihin na, uy, okay ako, ganito ako. Di ba may mga, if you're familiar with one of the news, parang may na-feature na there was someone who has been living extravagantly, babae siya but it was found out that hindi totoo yung identity niya. Gusto niya lang kasi yung buhay na mapera siya, nakilala siya pero wala talaga siyang pera, and she was able to get money from those people for her advantage. So, nagsama-sama si personal advantage, si financial advantage, and of course, yung self-impression na member siya ng high society. 7% lies because it's unknown. Hindi clear yung motive sa kanila, even to themselves. They just wanna tell a lie. 5% lies because of humor. They make people laugh. Although, kahit sabihin mong nagpapatawa ka ng iba, it's still a lie. Na, di ba yung parang, I remember, may teammate ako na, ang galing niya magkwento, and at times, I have to look at him to know whether he's telling the truth or not. Kasi joke niyan sasabihin, pero hindi totoo hindi siya totoo na, kasi pwede naman talagang may ganung tao. Pero pag tiningnan mo, hindi kasi syempre, lalo na kung sasabihin niya, oy, si ganito pala nangyari. So pero joke yun. So I have to really be careful of really believing. Kaya hindi talaga ako basta-basta, tinitingnan ko din talaga yung mukha. And there are people who lies, 5% as well is altruistic. They want to help people. So if you remember Robin Hood, he lies that may pinagkukuhanan siya ng pera, but he's actually robbing the rich to help the poor people. And others lie, 2% lie because of they just want to be social or polite. Ito yung, they just want to uphold social rules or avoid rudeness. Ito yung mga tao na para hindi niya masabing may masabi siyang masama sa iyo. Ito yung pwedeng do you experience na you went to a party tapos meron kang isang tao na ayaw mo, but wala naman siyang ginagawang masaya, pero may ganun kang pakiramdam. So, parang nagiging ka lang, civil, pero you are lying to yourself na okay ka lang pag andun yung taong yun. Because you just wanna avoid you just don't want to be rude to that person. So, may ganon. Part din pala siya ng lying. So, be careful of how you are really acting with others and how you are really showing them your action. 4% of course, it's malicious. You just want to hurt other people. Yung ginagawan mo ng kwento. And 2% is pathological. You ignore or disregard the reality. Ito yung malala ng lying, which Master Coach Jasmine has talked about during her GCaCC Brewing Live. So if you haven't watched that episode, just go back to Coach AI Connect page. You will see the past episodes that we have, and you can search for the pathological liar episode of Master Coach Jasmine. So new research says that the face will betray the deceivers through emotion. So hindi daw talaga nakakapag-lie ang mukha natin. This is according to Stephen Porter's, he's a psychologist who works in the forensic psychology lab at Dalhousie University. So, may isa siyang site na example eh. You can search out this case. It's a well-known case. It's about Michael White, wherein he killed her husband, Liana White, who was 2 months pregnant with their second child. So what he did was, he made a public appeal for the safe return of his missing wife. Kasi nawawala yung wife niya. So he broke down in tears. Yung umiiyak talaga siya. Sinasabi niya, yung wife niya is a good person. She never hurt anybody. And if you see her, or you're seeing me now like this, I'm crying, I'm sobbing because I'm looking for her, then let me know where she is. So talagang umiiyak siya eh. Kasi nawawala yung wife niya. And of course, the Canadians watching him were really touched. Emotionally, they were moved by the plight of the distressed man. Kasi nakita nila yung pag-iyak. And 3 days later, hindi na-contain ni Michael White na ang tagal mahanap yung body ng wife niya. At he expressed his frustration against the police investigation na hahanapin niya, siya ang maghahanap ng wife niya. So what he did is he led volunteer searchers directly to the body of his wife on a ditch on the outskirts of the city. Because of that, he was arrested by the police. So sabi niyo, Bakit ba siya pa yung hinuli? Siya na nga tumulong? No, he has been lying all along. So, Michael White was charged and convicted with second-degree murder and committing an indignity to a dead body. Because what happened was he has what we call micro expressions. Actually, it's my first time also to encounter the word micro expression. So I got excited about micro. Ano nga ba si micro expression? Micro expressions are facial expressions that quickly pass and is indiscernible to a casual observer. So these are expressions that we have on our faces na sudden lang, daan lang siya. And these are often connected with emotions that a person is trying to conceal, which tells whether the person is telling the truth or not. So, according to the research of Stephen Porter, since when the face betrays the deceiver's true emotion, may nangyayari kasing cracking sa face. That means briefly it allows the face to display the true emotion. So the true emotion leaks out. Hindi daw talaga natin natatago yun. Uh, sabi nila sa body language, di ba? But it's more on the facial expressions that we have. So what they did was, they tried to do our research to prove that theory. They instructed some people to lie and they tried to discern whether yung micro expression that flashes it flashes the true emotion to the person. Because what usually happens is that the face and its musculature or the muscles in our faces are so complex, so much more complex than anywhere else in our external bodies. Kaya nga, pwede mong makontrol ang iyong physical, yung body language mo, but not the facial expression. Because there are some muscles in the face you can control. And of course, those muscles won't be activated in the absence of genuine emotion. You just can't do it. Yun daw yung micro-expression. If you lie and there's an intense emotion attached to that lying, pag tiningnan mo sa mukha, kaya you have to be an expert on facial expressions. Kaya they are profilers, etong sina Stephen Porter, they are profilers because they study the face of the person to check if the person is lying or not. Mas effective daw siya to use than the lie detector test or the polygraph test. Kasi si polygraph, kaya mong i-manipulate yung emotions. Kaya siyang itago. But, kasi aware yung tao na may nakakabit sa kanya. But when there's nothing na nakakabit and you just get face-to-face with a person, you have to be able to hear and see dun sa face niya, yung sudden change. Sobrang saglit na siya. May milliseconds lang yung pagdaan ng emotion na yon. So, Porter says that if someone is telling a really big lie with serious consequence, the face will definitely reveal the deception. Because unlike body language, you can't monitor or completely control what's going on in your face. Si body language kasi kaya natin i-control. Pwedeng hindi gumalaw yung kamay. Nakafocus ka lang. But with the face, ang hirap daw itago ng facial expression. These tiny cracks last less than 1/5 of a second. So, ano ba yung 1/5 of a second? So, ganun talaga kabilis yung change ng face para ma-detect mo that the person is lying. Although, those expressions might not really be a sign of guilt, but it may give you a peek into underlying emotions that someone is concealing. So it boils down to our ability to understand the facial expression, which is an important part of nonverbal communication. Kaya diba, as coaches, when we also talk with our clients, we have to make sure that we are focused on them and we are looking at them. Hindi yung ang layo na ng face mo, ang layo na ng mata mo, nag-iisip ka na ng susunod na question. What we do is we are really focused with our client. Because if you listen to what a person says, and ignore what their face is telling you, then you won't really know the truth behind it. Often, words do not match the emotions and the face betrays what a person is actually feeling. Di ba? Sabi, nakikita ko kanina, sabi ni Coach Glacy, one of the lies that we often say is, I am okay. And it's true, di ba? May joke nga na, pag ang asawa mo daw, like sa mag-asawa, di ba? Pag yung lalaki nagpaalam sa asawang babae, pag sinabi daw ng wife na okay lang, tingnan mo na yung mukha kasi malamang hindi siya okay. So, hindi nagko-connect yung emotion doon sa sinabi niya. So, you will really see na you cannot hide. Kahit sabihin mong mag-poker face ka pa, there is something daw in our face that will tell the person that you are concealing your true emotion. So the value of understanding facial expression is actually for us to gather information about how the other person feels so that you are guided on how to interact with them. When we are talking to someone, it's not because we want to prove whether they are telling a lie or not. But this is very important when you are talking to someone na feeling mo naglalay sa'yo. The goal of really being able to understand them and seeing their facial expression is for you to be guided on how you can really interact with a person. A research by Dr. Paul Ekman enumerates that we have 7 universal facial expressions that humans use. We have anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, surprise. So these emotions really may specific na facial expression siya. So how do you identify the facial expressions? For example, with eyebrows, ano yung emotional signals? At times, minsan hindi mo nakokontrol yung pag-raise and arch ng kilay, di ba? Na you show surprise. Or, kaya nga, as coaches, we also have to be careful na dapat we come into a space without judgment. Because kung may bias ka, may judgment ka dun sa kausap mo, makikita siya ng kausap mo. And it's not gonna be good for the person that we are trying to help. Second is, pwede din siyang lowered or knit together, meaning may anger, sadness, or fear. So, depende sa kausap. Or drawn up in inner corners, ibig sabihin may sadness. So, these are just some of the emotional signals. With the eyes, of course, di ba sabi nila pag nagsisinungaling, nagbi-blink ng mabilis. But it can either be distress or discomfort. Or pag dilated, interested, or may arousal. Staring intensely, it is because may na-capture mo yung attention or galit siya kaya tinitingnan ka niya. Naka-stare siya intensely. Or kung looking away, it's discomfort or distraction. And if it's the mouth, pwedeng a drop jaw kasi surprise siya. Open mouth, showing fear. One side of the mouth raised, either my hate or contempt. Raised corners because of happiness. Corners that are drawn down, maybe conveying sadness. Lip biting due to anxiety. Pursed lip, showing the face or covering the mouth because hiding something. So these are just some of the emotional signals that our face show, but it takes really, it takes further studies for you to understand how really the facial expression tells whether the person is lying or not. So if you are talking to someone at alam mo, di ba, kaya alam natin minsan na may mga tao talagang sinungaling. So, ano nga ba yung nangyayari sa kanila? So maybe, at least may intindihan mo na desensitize na yung brain nila because they kept on lying. Nabawasan yun na yung activity ng amygdala. Kaya wala na din yung emotion of guilt. So how can we really help these persons that they stop themselves from lying? It's really something that we have to think of. Understanding facial expressions can really help us deal with people and know whether they are trustworthy or not. It's not just about the instinct. Pag may kausap tayo na feeling natin hindi okay, di ba? But it's really, kaya tayo may ganung feeling. It's because we are detecting something from the facial expression, Kasi may mga emotions nga na hindi kayang itago at hindi lahat ng muscles sa mukha natin when there is an intense emotion, gumagana. So alam mo that the person is not aligned with the emotion and the words that he or she is speaking. Sabi ni Master Coach Jasmine, facial expressions, gestures, posture, and tone of voice are powerful communication of our emotions. Yes, Master Coach, it's part. But if you really want to know if the person is lying to you, then look at the face. Observe the facial expressions. But it takes time. But if you're so used to it, then you will know if the person is lying. So thank you so much for joining me today and supporting the advancement of mental wellness. Every Saturday at 4 p.m., Decaf Coffee Republic hosts a face-to-face free talk on mental preparedness. So I invite you to join and attend with fellow mental health advocates. The talk is done by Coach Kemdi. So if you want to join her this coming Saturday, please send us a message so that we can reserve a slot for you. We are still observing the safety protocols, kaya po hindi pwedeng hindi po pwedeng punong-puno yung space natin. So do send us a message and join us on Saturday for the mental preparedness. If this talk is for you and if you care about mental wellness and you desire to protect yourself and your loved ones from mental illness and challenges. And if you are interested to become a professional service provider, either as a life coach or mental health coach like us, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to know more about the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program by Master Coach A. Mental health certification and internship program will also be available by August. So inquire now and reserve yourself. So do join us if you're a mental health advocate. And really one of the things that we can do is be responsible as we are talking about life. We are helping people to live the life that they want. And that responsibility comes with a certification. Kasi madali naman talagang tumulong eh. Madali naman talagang sabihin sa ibang tao na ito dapat gawin. But with the proper training, it becomes more easier and you become more responsible. So do join us. So join us back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for episode 16, Lovingly Yours, Love Cures by Coach Marife Garfin. The Coffee Republic is located inside Pioneer Center Compound or widely known as PC. We are just across Bayanihan Center in Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets in Capitolio, Pasig City. So this is Coach Tin, mentally fit to serve in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. See you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.